When a pro wrestling career finally reaches a tipping point, things begin to move more and more rapidly toward success. And in order to reach that tipping point, there are 9 things you must be stacking constantly. And don't fool yourself. Just working on 1 or even 3 of these things will never be enough. You must be increasing and improving all 9 of these so that your stack eventually hits that tipping point and you're on your way to success. And you might be surprised to learn, virtually all 9 of them, there's something you could be doing today to increase that stack and increase your odds of success. So let's not waste any more time. Roll the intro. I'm Mike Quackenbush, and this is Till We Make It. If you are as passionate about the craft of professional wrestling as I am, then you have landed in the exact right place. In today's video, I want to talk about all 9 elements that make up your success stack. These are the things you're constantly increasing and improving upon so that your career hits that tipping point and starts heading for success. Ready? It is no mistake that this one happens to be number 1 on my list. It is telegenic appearance. Because every wrestling organization out there wants to hire talent that looks good on screen and looks good in promotional images, graphics, posters, etc. This is something you've got to be improving and leveling up constantly throughout your entire career. And yes, there are little things you could be doing today to improve your telegenic appearance, from a skincare routine, maybe going tanning, hitting the gym to level up your physique, or doing some teeth whitening. There's all kinds of little things you can be doing on a daily basis that will help stack this up. The second thing in your success stack needs to be networking. If you aren't putting aside dedicated time, at least 5 days a week, to be doing your networking, I want you to get your calendar out right now and start blocking off time to do it. Be intentional about your networking. And these efforts, they must be more than just mass marketing efforts like making a post to social media and then logging back off. You also need to be doing your targeted marketing. You know what I mean by this expression? I mean that you are going to be making one-on-one contact with decision makers, promoters, and bookers at various wrestling companies to discover where your next opportunity lies. And you can get to work sending those messages, well, as soon as you leave me a like-a-palooza on today's video. I almost forgot to get that in there. We've got telegenic appearance and networking, and now we got to add your gear to the success stack. What could you do to increase or improve your gear? If you're currently going to the ring just wearing street clothes, I guarantee you, this does not make you look like a star. If you're headed to the ring and your gear, your boots, they look shabby or tattered, there's something that you could do to level up your appearance. And if you don't currently have any presentation gear, the stuff you wear only for your entrance, I bet you could start brainstorming ideas for a vest, a jacket, a cape, a robe tonight before you go to sleep. I bet as we're working our way through the 9 elements of your success stack, you're beginning to catch on to the idea that you don't have to make massive leaps every single day. Expecting that kind of progress on a daily basis, I think it's unrealistic. But if you're making small moves in each of these departments every single day, think how far along you're going to be 180 days from now. Think how far along you're going to be 1 year from now if you just put in that little bit of work to level up your success stack every single day. And the next of these is your in-ring skills. Is there a training class you could get to later today? Is there a seminar upcoming, an online class being taught by someone who you know that you could sign up for today so that you continue to level up your skills? Because if your skills aren't constantly improving, they are at best stagnating, or at worst, they are regressing. If you're working on stacking up your knowledge, increasing your wrestling IQ, I want you to know I have over 250 exclusive Till We Make It episodes only available on my Patreon, and a list of recently covered topics. The stuff I've spoken about in recent episodes happens to be scrolling by at the bottom of this screen right now, or so I'm told. If you've ever belonged to someone's Patreon and they don't seem to put out much content, they don't post very often, I want you to know I feel ya. I've already posted 16 times this month alone. That includes more exclusive videos, my weekly advice for wrestlers, it's called Tidbit Tuesday, early access to the episodes that do end up here on the channel, and tons more. Come join our community now. More than 200 wrestlers, referees, managers, and promoters from around the world are over on my Patreon, and you can be next. Follow the link, which is down below in the descriptus. Okay, the next thing we have to add to your success stack often goes overlooked. It's mobility. And here's what I mean. Do you have your own transportation to shows? And do you have a passport? Because if you are unable to take advantage of a booking that's 100 miles away or unable to accept a tour in a foreign country, this is hurting your odds of success. A success stack essential in the social media era is high quality multimedia assets of you. You need high quality posed photos. People are going to be asking for headshots and promo pics constantly, as well as high quality action photos. And often one photographer will not be skilled at both. One might be good at shooting studio and one might be good at shooting sports, but rarely do you find a single photographer that is skilled at both. But you're gonna need high quality multimedia assets in order to market yourself. Let's face it, convincing someone to buy a ticket to a wrestling event, persuading them to watch your match, that's one of the most coveted skills out there. And that's why your success stack must include work to constantly improve at cutting promos. It's an essential skill of the job. And it's one you could be practicing today. Just get yourself in front of a mirror, get your phone out and record a promo. You could be doing that work right now. If you've ever taken an online class with me, this next one will come as no surprise. It's your DVP. You need to be working on your differentiating value proposition. And if you don't have a well-honed one yet, put some work in on it today. It's the statement that makes you different from all the other wrestlers and clearly explains your value. It's the most important part of your sales pitch, and it helps promoters understand what they're gonna get when they hire you. And there's a mistaken notion I'd like to dispel right now when it comes to charisma, to your performance energy. There are people who believe this is something you're simply born with or you aren't. And I don't believe that for a second. You can cultivate this talent, and here's exactly how to do it. You need to be looking at your 3 performance tools, which we all have as human beings. Your facial expressions, your vocalizations, and your body language. If you can get footage of a recent match of yours, start from your entrance and ask these kinds of questions. What could I be doing to level up? What could I be doing to increase what I'm doing with my facial expressions, what I'm doing with my voice, and what I'm doing with my body? Because that will bring a greater performance energy out of you, and you're going to want to keep stacking that up in order to find success in pro wrestling.